of oil, my originality. Turn up your rising sun, Biafra. Turn up your rising sun, Biafra. My home, my fatherland, Biafra. Turn up your rising sun, Biafra. My home, my fatherland. We are children of the Most High, called by the name of God, the Creator. Was made from the east, south, and the middle. Great Biafran people. We take it to idol worship and we lost the face of our God. And we wallowed in idol worship and the British entered there, turning on the Niger, exploiting your people, trading by barter. You give me palm oil and then smoke to them yesterday. I brought in civilization, brought in your religion, and told us about America, and we embraced them. I never knew them got ulterior motive. With religious splitted us among some brethren, with denomination tear us apart. Building churches, schools and hospitals. We never knew we had to open this point to be your place forever. Oh, so we fought so hard against them systems, fighting against them schisms. We fought so hard against them systems, fighting against them schisms. But our lives have gone poor. At the very spot we left out when we are gone. Now it's the time to be restored. Great Biafra be restored. I want freedom for my people. Freedom for Biafra. I know Biafra. Land of the rising sun. Land of the rising sun. The descendants of Abraham, from Father Isaac, the descendants of Jacob, Biafra is a reality.
Why are you people lying? Why don't you tell them they want an independent Biafra? Oh, they're nothing for their freedom. So we owe everything to people to gather on the stand to come. Not our own minds, nor power, nor will, whereby the great people start.
Back in 1940, amalgamation, colonial master, criminal master. I'm a sinner soldier named Frederick Lugar. Brought together all them captives, including Jah people, them Yorubas and them Ariwas, and so many other people called us Nigeria, Niger area. Oh, Nigeria, people with different religion, different beliefs, yeah, different in culture and tradition, different language, different in everything, overstanding on the original, forced to coexist together. In the plant of confusion, describe it as and the water. That can never be tied. Planted the cabals, them representatives here in Nigeria, looting all our treasures, colonial external marginalization of the Biafrans. Now is the time for manifestation. Now is the time to be restored. Great Biafra be restored. I want freedom for my people. Freedom for Biafra. I know Biafra. Land of the rising sun. Biafra. My home, my fatherland. My fatherland. Land of the rising sun. Land of the rising sun. My home, my fatherland. My originality. Land of the rising sun. Sweet home, my fatherland. I believe in Biafra. I love the rising. Yes, there was a country before the game. Yeah, my home, my fatherland. Yes, it's a reality. Biafra is a reality. My originality.
Yes, once again, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra. We are streaming live through Radio Biafra London, being anchored by the Deputy Leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, Mazi Uche Okafor-Mefo. Mazi Uche Okafor-Mefo is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra, and Anambra State is Biafra land. He is the man who have assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. He's standing in a deputizing capacity on behalf of our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Prince of Afari Ibeku, heir to the throne of Ibeku Kingdom. The one and only man that stood up to speak for the collective interest of the Biafran people. Nobody have done this for almost 6 decades now. And by the special grace of Chukwu Okike Abiama, he is from Abia State, Afari Ibeku, in Umuahia province of Abia State. I remain George Onyibe. I am from Abo. Abo is in Delta State, and Delta State is Biafra land. Without wasting much of our time, we shall go ahead to our topic this evening. Remember, it's simple, back to our root. A lot of people may choose to misunderstand it, but I hope one day you will understand the implication of everything we are telling you on this platform. If you do not know that the Almighty Creator hand, Chukwu Okike Abiama, is involved in what we are doing, and then you think again. We are looking at the 7 pillars of our culture. We look at medicine, we've looked at food, we look at our dressing as a people. Now we are addressing the issue of marriage. God, I must remind you, is very interested in marriage. And how you decide to organize your marriage, decide what your children will go through in future. I can go ahead and begin to tell you about the cultures of people on the face of this planet Earth and how they handle marriage issue. I can also tell you policies that have been put in place designed to destroy certain cultural marriages, because destroying the home, the marriage, is destroying the home. Destroying the home is simply destroying the community. Destroying the community will eventually lead to a destroyed nation or country, as the case may be. When God created Adam, according to the Bible, he said it was not good for Adam to be alone, so he gave Adam a wife, and they call him Eve. And so Adam and Eve were not there to just take care of animals. They were expected to have children. They were expected to reproduce. And they moved ahead to reproduce. But the failure of the first parents, according to the Bible, led to one son killing the other son. And so when you see a Biafran man killing a Biafran man, all these things boils down to the degeneration of our society, degeneration of our family. Cain killed Abel, and God cursed Cain. But both of them, according to the Bible, are the sons of Adam and Eve. God would have forgiven them. And so because of the failure of Adam and Eve, their offspring was cursed. For Cain wandered away and became a wanderer. From there, sin multiplied. Today, many societies are broken down. Many communities no longer exist. Strangers rule you because the home have been broken. Today, there are people saying we do not want Ruga. And there are people claiming to be your leader telling you they want Ruga. Today, there are a lot of kings sitting upon the throne of your own community, whereas they don't come from your place. It is broken community, broken family. I remember in those days, a child does not belong to a parents. A child belonged to the community. That is why in those days, from Abo, where I grew up in, travel a kilometer away from your house and commit any crime, the next person that will come out will say, you, I'm going to tell your father. In fact, before you get home, you will be sick. Before you get home, you will be sick. Is it you again? I'm going to tell your father. That solves the problem. The moment you happen to make any mistake in the community and that kind of threatening is given to you as a child, when you get home, you become born again immediately. Of course, our parents there were very sensitive. They knew what is supposed to be done and what is not supposed to be done. So when they notice you that is always playing and jumping up and down, all of a sudden you are sitting down quietly, they will know that something is wrong. They will know you must have committed some crime. And they will wait till the report will come back home. They say children are not the property of one man, if I will use that word. Children belong to the community. It is not the wealth of a family, husband and wife. But look at how things have changed. They are going to tell you they are afraid of witch. They are going to tell you they are afraid of wizard. They are going to tell you our ancestors are evil. But I want to remind you that we grow up in a time where everybody eats in the same train. They bring train. That train now you used to serve food. They put there and pour rice on top. Everybody puts their hand in that plate and eat together. Now let me tell you the secret that is taken away from there. In those days, we eat together. Every children in the family. It doesn't matter whether you are a houseboy or you are a house girl. It doesn't matter who you are. Everybody eat on the same plate. The only day I know we eat separately is sometime on Sundays. You know, when they cook all this rice, very sweet, they want you to enjoy your own. They now share it for us. But everybody eats on the same plate. And with time, my parents taught us the reason why everybody should eat in the same plate. It is like a family praying together. They live together. Because by that time, everybody is eating in the same place. Who will go and poison who? Wherever they are, you see them, they remain one. Today now, a man will have 3 sons. 3 of them will carry cutlass for one another. If in your father's house, first son is fighting second son is fighting fifth son, you want to destroy last born. Are you telling me they are going to produce a society that can stand and speak as one? Now maybe you begin to know where our challenges are coming from. I want you to watch our Fulani, no matter what you will say about them. When they enter any community, they all gather in one place. They do not care whether they are from Zamfara or Borno. They do not care whether they are conquered Hausa or Fulani. Go and watch them that place they are sleeping. It could be in the gutter. It could be on top of flyover. It could be in the marketplace. Go and watch them. When they cook, all of them eat from the same pot. And now you know Why? They will rather kill you before they fight themselves. It's not as if they don't fight themselves. But the amazing thing there is that these people do not value home. But they know the principle, the reason why the home was supposed to be there in the first place. And they make proper use of it. Number one area we are looking at this evening regarding marriage is definition of marriage. They will tell you, or rather, there is a definition of marriage that says that marriage is an institution. But believe me, marriage is more than institution. I will not say that definition is wrong, but rather I will add to it and say marriage is not just an institution, because institution has an ending to its learning. And so I would rather prefer we see marriage as a union. It could be institution because there you learn. On daily basis you learn, you understand each other. As you grow old, you understand better. You can only look back on the mistakes of the past and you laugh over it because you are growing mentally and otherwise. But it becomes a union because outside learning from one another, that which you have learned also must be duplicated, must be replicated in the life of your children. And the mother have a role to play and the father have a role to play. It is the mother that projects love to the children, and it is the father that instills discipline in them. But today in many families, some mothers are fighting to win the heart of their children, and some fathers are fighting to win the heart of their children. Some mothers want to make, in fact, let's go to the foundation of this union. Most sons don't like their father. Not because they have anything tangible their father have done to them, but the way their mother presents their father to them makes them to undermine their father. For instance, a father will go and work hard and in most cases give the mother money to go and buy clothes. The mother will go to the market and buy those clothes and say, look at the clothes I bought for you. The children grow up with the mindset, now only my mommy, they buy clothes for me. But they never knew that the daddy who has not given them any clothes is the one actually who bought those clothes. When these children grow with this mentality, consciously or unconsciously, do you know what they end up in? All of you listening to me now, who still have their both parents alive, your mother and your father, when you are going home, I want you to check what you give to them. Some of you will buy wrapper for your mother. You buy so many things for your mother, but you will buy ogogoro for your father. To you, I don't know, maybe it's ordinary. 90% of men buy ogogoro for their father December time. Something is wrong somewhere. Something is wrong somewhere. But in those days, the gift meant for papa and mama goes to the papa, and the papa call the mama. They go and share their sharing anyhow they want to share it. And now these things really look as if it doesn't matter, but it matters. That union in the home have broken. It has broken that many of our people now are ready to kill their husband. So they can, is it child support they call it? Uibo can pay them child support. Some people will be pregnant now, they will go to America or China to give birth so they can have rights to become citizen. But spiritually, we are losing a lot of things. The land of Biafra refused to vomit us because the umbilical of our ancestors are buried there. Most of us are who we are because the land of Biafra shield us and protect us. Have you ever imagined how God delivered our leader from the hand of Brutai on that very fateful day when his house was attacked? If his umbilical was not buried in Biafra land, it would have been gone. But what am I saying in effect? A lot of things has been destroyed. This day, even some of you will say, okay, it's because I'm not in my homeland. No, the foundation of our marriage has been destroyed. That is the reason, not because you are not at home. Because at the end of the day, you are in Port Harcourt, you are in anywhere, you give birth to a child. It is the nurse now that takes the umbilical of your baby. Have you ever wondered what they do with it? How many of you can say that after your wife delivered, you ask the hospital management board and say, give me the placenta for my wife delivery. You don't even know what is placenta. Only women know now. And we keep quiet, not knowing that it is a union that has spiritual implication as well as spiritual implication. Coming back a little bit, in those days, as children, you have the time you go out and you have the time you're supposed to be in. There is time for everything at home. But these days, it's no longer that way. A lot of things has changed because this union called marriage is gradually broken. 90% of Biafran people now hire nanny, some of which will give disease to your children. If you have nanny, I'm not saying all of them are bad. You do not have a CC camera monitoring them. Only God will deliver your children. Only God will deliver your children. Because some of this nanny will beat hell out of your children. Some of this nanny even give, what do they call this sleeping drug? The moment you go out, they just give sleeping drug to your children. They will sleep like a log of wood from morning till night. By the time they know you want to come back, they will wake the baby. And when you come back from work, you are so tired. You say, I thank God, self, he's even sleeping. He can sleep. It is because marriage is broken. Because we have mothers who are now career women. You are free to be career woman. But before you start being career woman, you have one thing that we live on. I believe we do not die because your children begin to live after you. That is what we say, ancestors. The sperm of my father produced me, mixed with that of my mother. So even when they are dead, they still live in me. And that of mine live in my children. And even when I die, my children continue living in me because that cell that formed them is me. This is your highest treasure. And then by the time you hand over your life sperm to a stranger because you want to be a career woman or a career husband, why wouldn't we have children who, when you are speaking Arab, they are speaking Chinese? And now you begin to know where problem comes. I have been a victim of this. I have experienced it firsthand. I could remember my second son. It is our housemaid that she calls. She don't near the mother. She don't go close to the mother. And it was getting out of hand. And I told my wife, I said, for your eye now, you think you are a first lady, you are shopping, Abi. You are now a mature woman, Abi. Just watch this thing. It's bad. A mother is a mother. And I thank God my wife was able to understand this. And he knew the best thing you can do is to put yourself, if you are good, put yourself inside your children. Some fathers are never there to discipline their children. They make a parable after all. They say, Peking way good, it resemble papa. Peking way bad, it resemble mama. Don't let that parable deceive you. Because in the end, the women are there to show love and to care for the children. But it is the men who discipline the children. Watch many of the wayward Biafrans you see across in Biafra land who are Biafrans. They don't have home training. When you want to know, some people, when they come to your house, for instance, you give them food. They will just take 3 spoons and eat all the meat and pretend as if they are not hungry. Bad character. But in those days, they will teach you, your parents will teach you as a child, when you go anywhere, if they give you food, it's too much and you cannot finish it, tell them you cannot finish it before you start eating it. On no account can you remain, should you remain that food. And make sure you don't eat the meat until you finish eating. I remember in those days, when they serve us food, they will be looking at us. If you venture touch the meat, that means that is the end of your eating. The moment you touch the meat, they will say, yeah, wash your hand and leave there. Because it signifies that you have finished eating. Even as an adult today, that mindset is still there. I do not touch the meat until when I'm done with eating. But you go to some home, they say, okay, if you don't want to eat, take meat, take meat. Some children, while their father is eating, they are busy collecting the meat. You think it's the love of a father to his son? No, that is spoiling your children. But you did not learn from your parents. How will you be able to know this? Marriage is a union. A union that has a target. A union is an organization or a group of persons that have a vision. They have a goal. They have a target. Can you truly say you have such family? Where the son know their position, where the wife know their duty, where the husband know their duty. Today you have many women, they cannot cook. Because in their mind, they have money. They book down on eatery. They just wake up in the morning on top of bed and say, honey, what do you want to eat? Honey will say, okay, let them give me burger. You now make a call. Please bring 2 burger, 7 sausage roll. Bring tea. Let it be warm. You are describing. Why will your husband not pregnant your house girl, your maid? Because the shortest way to the heart of a man is through his belly. Do not forget that. But you can't cook because you are a slave queen. You can't cook. And at the end of the day, evil beget evil. You hardly see Awusa on eatery. You hardly see them. I give it to them. I give it to them. They understand how marriage should work, even if they don't have value for their women. Many men now are so lazy. Because they are lazy, they are looking for ready-made women. And so your wife works in share, you become the git man. When your wife is going to work, you now cross your leg on the chair and you say, okay, honey, safe trip. When your wife go to work, you will carry GoTV or DSTV and you'll be crossing your leg and on AC, and maybe your wife have 3 cars. Then in the evening, you stroll out. And to you are enjoying. Your children will never respect you. You can never build a home. You are a selfish human being. Yes, you can be poor. Yes, you may not have a job. But integrity must not depart from you. Your wife must know that you have tried. It's just that things are not working out. And you people must understand that the future it should be well. The same way is applicable to the mother. Because everything the mother and the father are doing, you begin to see them manifesting in the life of the children. Many Biafrans has lost this target. You don't even have time for your children. We are the one hustling for money, looking for money from morning till night. Our that did not work anything are the one controlling our resources. Because we spend all the time looking for this money. We are not well rested. Some people now are listening to me because they just came back from work. Give them 30 minutes, they have slept off. You overwork yourself. At the end of the day, there is no time to give to your family. So understand, marriage is not university alone. Marriage is your life. Marriage is the life of your community. Marriage will decide how it ends. As a union, there are many things that govern community. Some of you will underrule it or you misinterpret it. But let me tell you how it works. I come from Abo. And according to my culture, if my wife begin to flirt, sleep around, our children will start dying. And they will start dying from the first son to the second son, to the third son, to the fourth son, to the fifth son, as the case may be. And so from Abo, where I come from, when your first son die, you keep quiet. Your second son followed, know your wife is not faithful. It has been like that as far as I can remember. But if you know your wife is sleeping around as a husband and you continue eating the food your wife cook, you will die. It is forbidden that you do not sleep with another man's wife. Any man that is sleeping with another man's wife, when that man is alive, watch them. They always have hard death. There are principles that governs marriages. We will talk about rapper, our mother type rapper. That rapper have a lot to do with marriage. Because our mother dressed decently. Let me tell you how it works. They first of all wear the one they call dross. Dross is pint. Then after pint, they wear another one. We call it a buluku. A buluku is that women trouser, very big. Another underwear. Then there is another skirt they will now wear on top. 3. Before they now begin to use rope to tie the first wrapper before the second wrapper. Tell me a woman like that, how will she be able to do sharp? But today they are teaching you in biology that it's not healthy to put on pants. So more than 80% of our ladies don't wear pants again now. They say it's good for a breeze to enter there. That is not marriage. That is not marriage. Marriage is decency. Marriage is discipline. Marriage is holy. Marriage should be considered as a machine that you will use to project your life into the future as much as you can. When you destroy the marriage of any people, you have destroyed those people. I remember after France Revolution, when Germans chased France out of their land and they ran to hide in Britain, at the end of that war, some French women romance with German army. Go back to record, you will see. When France returned to their land, the next thing they do was to line up those women who went to prostitute themselves with the German soldier and killed all of them. So those of you who are romancing Hausa Yoruba to burn nonsense in our life, one day will come. A day of reckoning will come. But these are things you don't see every day. We look at the second stage, because there are many things, branches of marriage we are going to look into. We look at marriage being divine. God specifically told Jacob, Isaac, Abraham, all of them, he said, go to your father's place and marry. Go to your father's place. Abraham, Jacob, all of them placed their children under oath. When Abraham died, Isaac was small. Abraham put his servant under oath and said, swear to me that you will not allow my son to marry from these women around here. Swear to me that if I die today and my son is of age to get married, you must take him back to where I come from. And that is exactly how it's done. But today they are telling you, no, you have to marry everybody and everybody is marrying everybody. It's one love. It's not one love. It's a time bomb. It's a time bomb, because the love of mother have made many sons to destroy their father. The love of mother have made many sons to destroy their father. I can give you an example of Ogbumudia. Ogbumudia is from, the mother is from Abo. The father is from Benin. Ogbumudia have to enslave Abo people inside Benin because of the love of the mother. That is how bad it can be. God knows why he said, do not intermarry. Solomon is the wisest man. His foolishness was because he married from everywhere. Everywhere he got to, he married. And the Bible said they took his heart away. And at the end of the day, what happened? He was introduced into many idols. Biafrans, don't let anybody deceive you. It's not as if some persons cannot do that. Of course, they can do that. Love, where you find love, you embrace it. But when you embrace this love, calculate the implication. In Nigeria here, I want you to tell me how many Igbo will marry Hausa, how many Ijaw will marry Hausa. They won't allow you. They won't allow you. Even a mad Hausa girl, before they allow you, but they are marrying our people. Yeah, you are happy, it's intermarriage. You don't know they are watering down our blood. They are watering down our blood. It is a calculative attempt to bastardize our blood lineage. You have more Biafrans marrying Yoruba women more than you have Yoruba marrying Biafran women, because they despise you and they know their culture. Awusa, in terms of this marriage issue, they hold it very firm. Now you know why they control us. Go and look at all your founding father. All of them marry Yoruba. Tell me how they can be able to be reasonable as a Biafran. Because frontage, Papa go talk another thing. Backyard, Mama go talk another thing. And now to wrap it up for today. Women are the one who hold the secret of every tribe. The secret of every tribe is in the hand of the women. But many mothers do not know that. They think teaching their children to grow in abroad or in foreign land is what makes them. No. The secret of every community is hidden in the woman. Destroy their woman, you will destroy those people. More than 90% of what I know today is from my mother. I can make okra soup, it's my mother. I can wash my clothes, it's my mother. I can grind pepper, it's my mother. I know there is time to play and time to read, it's my mother. I know there is time to sleep, it's my mother. But I give it to my father. He installed discipline. He taught me to stand up to injustice. He said to me, do not steal because I'm not a thief. What you cannot have is not for you. Do not cheat anybody for it. And then you see the role of a father and a mother. You see the role of a father and a mother. But in the absence of a father and a mother, you just have chicken. It's just a poultry farm. You just hatch the egg. The chicken will look at other chicken, they are eating maize. All of them start eating maize or their field. That is what you have. You just deliver the baby. Then you are off to your office. Maybe you are a banker. Then the man is off. Maybe it's Oguaja. And then at the end of the day, you think it's your pastor that will train your children. Now let me tell you the reason why your pastor cannot train your children. Watch pastors' children. They are very terrible. They are not terrible because they are evil. They are not terrible because Satan is after them. No. The pressure on a pastor is too much on them that in most cases, they forget to take care of their own children while they are taking care of other people. Give it to them. Pastors, genuine pastors, spend their time taking care of other people's children, doing all they can. But in most cases, they forget their own children. Go and ask Billy Graham, among others. So what I'm saying in effect is that pastors of these days are wise enough to know that they have to put their eye in their own family. And so they can't take care of your children for you. The school cannot take care of your children. They begin to teach them ABC, 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 after ABC, lunchtime, after lunchtime, sleep. Only God knows what they go through. Nobody can take care of your children better than you can. We will stop here tonight. And temporarily, our line will be open. And I hope those who are listening to me should understand that in relationship to the freedom we are fighting, we are having people speaking with different both sides of their mouth, because after the war, our marriage institution as Biafra was targeted and destroyed. Una don't see how girl they do prostitute. No, you know they hustle. Our son now will sleep with cow and come and sleep with our women. Then they will carry disease that our ancestors know nothing about. It boils down to the society. It boils down to the family. Somebody said something to me. He sent a video clip of Kwashoko baby to me and said, I noticed something. Please look at this video. I said, I've seen it before. He said, no. Watch the hair of all these Kwashoko baby. They are still very black. That is a message for another day. I will stop there as our lines will be open and you are free to call in.
Oh, nada. Land of the right side. John Lovine. My originality. Land of the right side. Land of the right side. My home, my fatherland. Land of the rising sun. of the Most High, called by the name of God, the Creator. Wise men from the east, south, and the middle, great Biafran people. But they kill it to hide on.
Yes, sir. The number to call this moment, our WhatsApp line is 070 815 45642. 070 815 45642. Our direct line is 081 221 52971. Our direct line once again is 081 221 52971. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line, are you there? Of course, we lost that caller, but we must continue. Our lines are open. When you call us, tell us something our people need to know regarding marriage and the freedom we'll fight for. Can you hear me, caller on the line?
Yeah, I'm hearing.
Go ahead, please, and try and be audible. The world is listening.
Hello?
When you call me, please understand you are talking to the whole world. Try and be audible. Our marriage institution must be restored. We must make sure we begin to put an eye. We must begin to watch our family the way it is going. Because without this issue being corrected, there may be no generation of Biafrans. There may be no generation of Biafrans again, I must tell you. Caller on the line. Of course, some network issue, but then we are going on. Can you hear me, caller on the line?
Hello.
Yes, good evening from here.
Good evening.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you.
And sometimes you begin to wonder, did they call to tell me thank you? I don't need it. I only want you to begin to look into your family. Some of you are IPOB, you are principal officer, but your children don't even know anything about Biafra. You don't teach them. And you think the next generation of Biafra will understand what you are doing? They will never. All these things start from home. The next generation of Biafra must be taught to be like us, to be more formidable than us. It can only start from the marriage, from the home. Caller on the line, can you hear me? Good evening. Is it my ear or Yoruba and Hausa Juju the word now? Is it my ear? Everybody calling are just behaving like, what do I call them? Caller on WhatsApp, are you there?
Yeah, hello.
Yes, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Go ahead, please. Yes, caller on the line.
Hello, good evening, Mazi.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Good evening, Biafrans. Good morning, good afternoon, depending on your time zone. My name is Mazi Kuchukwa Degu. I am from Amandoba in Olu Province, Biafra land, and right now I'm calling you from Cambodia. So, Mazi, I heard everything you said, and the program is very, very interesting, and it's very, it is the best of its kind. This back to our roots, is exceptional. And I believe that our people are listening and that they will take this thing very, very serious, because this is the main thing. This is the main thing. What I have to put in what you have said this evening concerning marriage is this. I want to ask our people, Hausa common Fulani that have no value. But when you come to marry their child, they don't go after money. They don't They even position you that you have to collect some lashes of Cain. I watched in a social media that before you come as a stranger to come and collect their child, they will place you under an order to collect hot lashes of Cain. They are not just doing that thing because they want to flog you, but they are doing
telling
it to
you that
preserve
they are
themselves.
even telling you that you are stupid.
You understand? Yeah, they are trying to protect them. They are trying to make it difficult for you, because I know that when some people see this particular condition, they will, if it is money, people can say, okay, let me put in money. But that kind of condition will make you run away from those women so that it will remain within them. So marriage, intermarriage is very, very, very important. It's very important. So anybody telling you that, oh, it doesn't matter, oh, you can do, that is not where the love lies. Yes, you can interact with other tribes, other nations. That is right. But when it comes to marriage, this is the order from God himself, that you have to marry from your own tribe. And just like Mazi rightly said, it happened in the days of our ancestors, our patriarchs, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They did it. You understand? So why do they do it? Because they want to maintain that gift, that promise that God made to them. Because without that, they might have lost it. You might be asking yourself, after all, this is a woman, after all, I'm a man. But a woman, directly or indirectly, controls the family. The kind of woman you have determines the family. So when you get into the wrong hand, you will definitely get the wrong marriage. Solomon is today being ascribed as the greatest wise man on earth. Why is he not the failure? Why was it in his own time that his kingdom was divided? These are the things that you don't ask yourself. Everybody wants to be, oh, Solomon, oh, wise man, oh, wise man. But it was that same disobedience that led to the division of his kingdom. The kingdom that his father fought for, handed over to his hand because of woman. He lost it, lost the greater part of it. So this thing is very, very important, and we must have to put it into consideration. So that is the area I want to point out here. I know that a lot of people have a lot of things to say, so let me allow them to add their own view. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Our people must remain focused. This thing look as if it doesn't matter, but it does. Can you hear me, caller on the line?
Mazi, good evening, sir.
Good evening from here.
This is Don Conyo calling you from Aba.
Go ahead, please.
Nwanne m nwoke ọ ga-adịrị gị na mma. Chukwu okike abịa ma ga nọnyere n'ụlọ. Ọlụ ọma n'ụlọ nke ụlọ na-alụ, Chukwu okike abịa ma ya ga-eji aka ya kwụọ ụlọ ụgwọ. O nweghị ihe ga-eme, Biafra must be free. Whether they like it or not, Biafra must be free. Adịghị ihe ọzọ anyị na-achọ n'awụghị Biafra. Anyị anaghị achọ ala ndị America or Britain or ala ndị Hausa. We are fighting for our own freedom. We need our own freedom. Whether they like it or not, Biafra must be free. More the hammer, more the hanjo, Biafra must be free. That is my contribution on this night. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We take one call more, and that will be the close of this segment. And if you are not married, I wonder what you are going to tell me about marriage, but rather you are supposed to learn. Nobody will tell their children about the history of their ancestors when they are IPOB member and they are hiding. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there?
Hello, good evening, Mazi.
Yes, good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Collins. I'm calling from Hamburg, Germany.
Go ahead, please.
Mazi, I heard your message this evening. And then when him to read kuna, this will come to read kuna to me raw.
I would like you to use English so everybody will benefit from it.
Okay. I want to speak it raw, complete raw. Because this is exactly what is happening especially in this Europe or in this part of Western world. There is a time when we used to go to, or maybe together Afro shop or whatever. I see people I try to preach people about Biafra. You know, sometimes people try to talk about their home, their family, their girlfriend, or whatever. And I find out that people, they are sleeping with your woman or with their girlfriend through anus. You know, they try to make sex through anus. I have to say it raw.
You can imagine.
So I try to let the brother know, but brother, this is not where you belong. How can you make love with your woman or with your girlfriend in anus? He said, no, that is the best way. I said, brother, don't say that. He said, the boy tried to tell me, brother, this is my wife. I have to, anytime if my wife like it, it's okay for me or whatever. If my wife like it, it's whatever. I try to let the person know that, please, this is nonsense.
When those people enter in the congregation of the children of God, they defile everybody. They defile everybody. This is one thing our people don't know. They defile everybody. That is what the Bible calls uncleanliness or lasciviousness. It is either uncleanliness or lasciviousness. They defile everything around them. Watch them. Their way don't end up well.
I try to let this brother know. Brother, you are a Biafra. You are an Igbo man. Why are you doing this nonsense? They say, this Rasta man, get out. Why every time you are claiming? I say, brother, let me tell you. In the Bible, you try, okay, you are against homosexual. But why are you doing that? Is it anus is anus, no matter whether it's woman or man. Anus is anus. God made that place is only to come nonsense. Why are you doing that? Sometimes I try to challenge them, but brother, this is most of the Biafrans. I tell you, most of the Biafrans in Europe here. I pray to God that not everybody that came to Europe will go, but me, I will not be part of them that will remain here. Brother, you see people behaving nonsense in this Europe. You see people smoking cocaine, people smoking weed, smoking everything. Even people become alcoholic in Europe. A land you came to come and find your own daily bread. You become like them.
Some of them end up as a courtiers. They become courtiers. The courtiers you didn't do in your own land. You go to Europe and you become courtiers because there is no home training.
Yes.
No home training.
Brother, you imagine even in as you said, our culture. Brother, our culture, you see how our mother used to dress very decently. You cannot go to Saudi Arabia today and wear a miniskirt. It's impossible.
No, Saudi Arabia is not advanced. We are the only one that is advanced.
But if you see people here, if you see most of our black people, most of them, they are behaving like Oyibo. Somebody told me one certain time that, brother, can't you come out this your Rasta? I said, but this is where I belong. I have two identity. Let me just say it tonight. I have two identity. My first identity is Biafra. Second one, I'm a dread man. I'm a Nazarian. This is where I belong. You see most of them behaving nonsense, brother. You see them, most of them, if you can see an Igbo man or an a Biafra man on the street, you cannot even know that it's an Biafra. It's finished. Most of them are start racing here. So they have to, especially our Biafrans. I don't know for other people. It doesn't concern me for what other people are doing, but if you come to this Western world, even a Muslim, they try to sleep their girlfriend through anus because they say that when they get to marriage or when to go to marriage, they will marry a virgin. That person will be a virgin. But it's not our problem. It's not where we belong. Somebody was even telling me, do you know whether your mother and your father they do it when I said, do you know are they doing it? Are they practicing it? I said, brother, stop that nonsense. Shut up your mouth.
In those days, the reason, if you grew up in the village, you will know that the heart of the father in those days is separate from that of the woman. Because even when a woman is under menstruation, it doesn't come close to our father.
Yeah.
But some men, let me not just go there. They sleep with a woman under menstruation. they defile our society, and they think all these things, when they pray, is going to go away. It's not going to go away.
No.
Look at all of us. When you are saying Biafra, an elderly man supposedly will come out and tell you, what is Biafra? I don't know Biafra. Because they refuse. If such people don't know, how will their children know? And if there is anybody in IPOB today that is not teaching their children, their wife, about Biafra and who we are, how can you tell me such a person is a Biafra?
No, brother, listen, let me tell you, last week we went to Bremen, and a member of, even this person now may be hearing what I'm saying. We are planning to go. He was trying to chasing woman around. I said, brother, this IPOB is not issue of woman. We are going somewhere. You are here chasing woman. My brother, I pray that is. I don't want to say much about it. I don't want to say that our people.
I understand.
It pains me. It pains me a lot. It pains me a lot.
Much.
God bless you. God bless you, sir.
Our people must go back to their root. We must protect our marriage union. We must readdress this issue. Those of you on Facebook, look at that small boy. You can imagine what he will do about Biafra in the next 15 years. You say maybe the father don't have job. We will know who have job. The foundation of our people, of our culture that have been broken must be rebuilt. I see things our fathers left. And I see people who are working hard to destroy them. We are looking at marriage. We will continue from there tomorrow. All of us. May God rebuild the marriage union of the Biafran people. That we may go and marry our own tribe, first of all, before thinking otherwise. So that our children will not be lost. So that the love of a mother will not divide the house of a father. The love of a mother will not divide the love of the father. Goodbye for now, and God be with you. I'll be signing off from Facebook temporarily. I will still be back, as we will be going to our studios across Biafra land to bring in our reporters. Do not forget that Biafrans are people with different dialects, but the same culture. And that is the culture we are trying to preserve. Without this culture, nobody, Akwa Ibom will not agree they are Biafrans. Without this culture we are talking about, Ijo will not agree they are Biafrans. Abo will not agree. The culture was destroyed. That is why you see some of us say, no, I'm not Igbo, I'm this one, I'm not a... May God help us. With the upcoming Ruga, very soon you will have Hausa Biafrans. You don't know what they are doing to you. You don't know what they have planned for us. Without building this foundation of our structure, without erecting this pillar to be firm and standing strong, you don't know what is coming. I'll be back in a minute.
Oh, nada. Land of the rising sun. John Lavine, my originality. Land of the rising sun. Land of the rising sun. Biafra, my home, my fatherland. Biafra, land of the rising sun. Biafra, my home, my fatherland. We are children of the Most High, called by the name of God, the Creator. Wise men from the east, south, and the middle, great Biafran people. But taking it to idol worship and we lost the face of our God. And as we were lost in idol worship, the British